How much do you actually need to save every month to retire early? If you've ever Googled that question, you've probably hit two completely different answers. One crowd tells you that you need a portfolio of $4 or $5 million. The other crowd tells you that you only need to save enough early enough, then stop entirely. Here's the thing. They're both right. They're just running completely different math. Today we're putting Coastfire and Fatfire side by side. We're going to look at the real numbers. And by the end, you'll know exactly which version of this math actually fits a normal life. Here's the simple version of both before we go anywhere near a calculator. Coastfire means saving enough money early in your life that, even if you stop saving completely, compound interest will grow your investments into a full retirement by age 65. You still go to work, you still pay your bills, you just stop adding new money to your retirement accounts. Fatfire is the opposite extreme. It means saving so aggressively that you can quit working entirely in your 40s or early 50s and live a six-figure lifestyle off your investments for the rest of your life. Paid off house, multiple vacations, no boss. Both strategies are built on the same piece of research. In 1994, financial planner William Bengen published a study in the Journal of Financial Planning showing that a retiree who pulled 4% of their portfolio in year one, then adjusted for inflation, almost never ran out of money over 30 years. The industry called it the 4% rule. That single number is the entire skeleton holding up both Coastfire and Fatfire. Before we get into the actual math, hit the like button and subscribe so this video can reach more people running the same numbers you are. Let's start with Coastfire because the math is genuinely elegant. Step 1 is figuring out your retirement target. If you want to live on $50,000 a year in retirement, you multiply that by 25. That gives you a target of $1.25 million. That's the 4% rule in action. Pull out 4% of $1.25 million and you get $50,000 a year for life. Step 2 is figuring out how much you need invested today to get there without ever saving another dollar. The formula is your retirement target, divided by 1 plus your expected return, raised to the number of years until you retire. Sounds complicated? It's not. Let's say you're 30 years old and you want to retire at 65. That's 35 years of compounding ahead of you. The stock market has historically returned about 7% per year after inflation, which is what most retirement calculators use. So we take our $1.25 million target and divide it by 1.07 to the 35th power. Run the math and the answer is roughly $117,000. I mean, think about that for a second. A 30-year-old with just $117,000 invested in a basic index fund can technically stop saving for retirement forever. They still have to go to work to pay rent, groceries, and life. They just don't have to put another dollar into their 401k. The market does the rest. And what if you're starting from zero at 30? Saving roughly $750 a month for 35 years gets you the full $1.25 million. That's about $25 a day, a streaming subscription, a takeout meal, and a coffee. And the younger you start, the smaller this number gets. A 25-year-old hits Coastfire at closer to $83,000. A 40-year-old needs over $230,000 for the same retirement goal. In this formula, time is the entire engine. Once your investments are big enough, your money becomes a second you, working silently in the background while you sleep. You're not pushing the boulder up the hill anymore. The hill is pushing the boulder. Now let's flip to Fatfire, because this is where the math gets brutal. Fatfire generally starts at a portfolio of about $2.5 million and stretches up to $10 million or more. It supports annual spending anywhere from $100,000 to $300,000 a year. Think paid off home, 2 cars in the garage, regular international travel, private school for the kids, and zero income from a job. But there's a catch. The original 4% rule was tested on 30-year retirements. Someone retiring at age 50 is planning for 40 or 50 years of withdrawals. When researchers like Karsten Jeske and Wade Pfau stretched the math out for early retirees, the safe withdrawal rate dropped from 4% to closer to 3.5%. That means Fatfire retirees need a bigger pile of money for the same lifestyle. Let's run the same person through it. Same 30-year-old as before, but this time they want to retire at age 50 with $150,000 a year to spend. Take $150,000 and divide it by 0.035. The answer is roughly $4.3 million. So this saver needs to build a $4.3 million portfolio in 20 years instead of 35. Less time, much bigger target. Plug those numbers into the same compounding formula, and they need to save roughly $8,700 every single month for 2 decades without missing a year. That's just over $104,000 a year going into retirement accounts. To pull that off, you're realistically looking at a household income above $200,000 with a 50% savings rate. Compare the two side by side. Coastfire asks a 30-year-old to save $750 a month. Fatfire asks the same person to save $8,700 a month. That's nearly 12 times more money every month for 20 straight years. And the math actually gets harder. Most retirement money sits inside 401ks and IRAs, which you can't touch without penalties until age 59 and a half. A 50-year-old Fatfire retiree has to bridge almost a full decade before that money is legally accessible. That usually means stacking a separate taxable brokerage account on top of the retirement accounts, or running what's called a Roth conversion ladder for years before quitting. Neither shows up in the simple math. So why is the gap between these two paths so massive? It comes down to a few things. The first reason is leverage. Coastfire uses time as its main weapon. A 30-year-old has 35 years of compounding before retirement. That extra runway is what lets $117,000 grow into $1.25 million on its own. Fatfire cuts that runway almost in half, so compound growth doesn't have the time to multiply. The saver has to make up the difference straight out of their paycheck. The second reason is target size. Fatfire retirees aren't aiming for $1.25 million. They're aiming for 3 to 5 times that. Every extra dollar of annual spending adds $25 to $30 to the portfolio target. Going from $50,000 a year to $150,000 doesn't triple your number. It pushes it well past 3 times. The third reason has a real name: sequence of returns risk. If the market crashes in the first 5 years of your retirement, your portfolio has to dig out of that hole while you're still pulling money out of it. A 30-year retiree can usually absorb that. A 50-year-old planning for 45 years of withdrawals is far more exposed. And this same risk hits Coastfire too. Hit your $117,000 Coast number, watch the market drop 40% the next year, and suddenly you don't have a Coast number anymore. Serious Coastfire planners typically build in a 10 to 20% buffer above their calculated number for exactly this reason. There's also a fourth piece most calculators ignore: healthcare and Social Security. A 65-year-old Coastfire retiree gets Medicare plus around $1,800 a month from Social Security. That's the median for retired workers, and it covers close to half of a $50,000 retirement target on its own. A 50-year-old Fatfire retiree gets neither. They pay for private health insurance, which often runs $20,000 to $25,000 a year for a family, and Social Security is still over a decade away. That asymmetry makes Coastfire easier than calculators show, and Fatfire harder. Now, to be fair, Fatfire genuinely works for a specific person. High earners pulling in $300,000 or more, with a real desire for a top-tier lifestyle and the discipline to save half their income. For that group, the math is real and reachable. For everyone else, it quickly becomes a stretch goal that turns into a 30-year guilt trip. There's also a behavioural piece to this. Plenty of high earners who could mathematically save $8,700 a month don't, because their friends, neighbours, and co-workers spend it instead. That's called lifestyle inflation. And it's the reason Fatfire math often falls apart even when the income is there. Run both sets of numbers honestly, and the answer almost always lands somewhere in the middle. The strategy is sometimes called coast then chubby. You save aggressively in your 20s and early 30s until you hit your Coastfire number. You take your foot off the gas. Then in your 40s, when your income usually peaks and housing costs stabilise, you start saving aggressively again. By 55 or 58, you've built a $2 to $3 million portfolio that supports $80,000 to $100,000 a year in retirement. Not lean, not lavish, just enough. That math actually maps to most real American careers. Income climbs through your 40s. Kids age out of expensive years. Mortgage gets paid down. Compound growth keeps doing its job silently in the background. And here's a detail that's easy to miss. Bigger retirement numbers don't automatically mean safer plans. They usually mean more pressure, a longer grind, and a bigger consequence if the market hits a rough decade at the wrong time. So which version of FIRE is actually right for you? Honestly, that depends less on the math itself and more on what you want your life to look like. It's not about luxury. It's about choosing a number you can hit without burning out, without resenting your savings rate, and without betting on a future income that may or may not arrive. Coastfire wins on simplicity and access. It works for someone making a regular middle-class income as long as they start in their 20s or early 30s. The savings rate stays sane. The math runs itself. Compound growth gets to do most of the heavy lifting, while you focus on living a life worth retiring into. Fatfire wins on lifestyle, but only if the income is already there. If you're earning well above the median household income with the discipline to save half of it, the math can work. It's just an entirely different math. For everyone else, the realistic middle path is the one that doesn't make headlines but actually finishes the race. If you've already hit your first $10,000, $25,000, or $100,000 invested, you're further into this math than you probably realize. Maybe you maxed out a Roth IRA this year. Maybe you finally bumped your 401k contribution by 2%. Maybe you opened your first brokerage account. From the outside, none of that looks impressive. From inside the math, those are the moves that compound for decades. The winning strategy is the one you can actually run for 30 years without burning out. That's the only math that matters. If this video helped you run cleaner math on your own number, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone quietly stuck between these two paths. One question before you go: which version of the math are you actually running? Coast, fat, or somewhere in the middle? Drop your number in the comments. This is Mindcraft, where ideas become action and action becomes your future.